All right, post-game thoughts about the Vancouver Werewolves and the Baltimore Yetis. And if y'all don't know what a Yeti is it's on one of these commercials, like a Bigfoot kind of like looking thing. But I think Sleepy has a team that he can actually win with if he can put a nice game plan together and play within his strength. His receivers, they fight for extra yards. Right here, you can see they're smart guys. They know what the yard marker is, and they're fighting to get to the yard marker. They're not some guys that run out of bounds before they get the first down. These guys actually know what's going on. They have a running back that runs pretty hard, especially he's a silver. I mean, he runs hard, and he has the speed and the agility to get in the end zone. And that's a great thing. The quarterback is pretty decent. He hits a lot of receivers, and they have some generic receivers that will show up for you. And if you have a generic that can show up for you, that just always strengthens your team. And their defense is pretty solid. I mean, they made a few plays here and there. It's a few holes they need to fill in the defense. I don't know if it's the defense scheme or the personnel, but all in all, they have a decent team. This team, and they don't quit. I think their strong point is their special teams. If you see right here, when the running back, he's doing a great job on special, the receiver, whoever that is. I think one thing he might need to do next season is bring in the kicker, because he's kicking this far with a generic. If he had a kicker, he would make so many field goals. I think that would frustrate people. So Sleepy, that's one thing you might want to think about. But the defense, I say, they put a lot of pressure on. They have some different kind of blitz packages. These guys are not afraid to come up and put a lick on you. And that's one of the things you want to look at a defense. Can they blitz? And can they get the ball carrier down? And I think these guys can do that. Just as Sleepy and his coaching staff can get these boys in the scheme that's going to confuse some offenses. I think they can really do a lot of big things in the Cold Concrete division. I mean, Sleepy, this division is not that deep, so he still has a chance to make it into the playoffs. And that's with the retiring of Coach Nails and a few other guys. This division is only maybe like, I think it's 9 teams. No, it's 10 teams. Greatness came back, so he's back. Well, he never left, but I thought he was gone, but he's still here. So, hey, that's it for the Yetis. Just look at the Werewolves. Now, right here off the bat, last year, we know Big Cat, he killed the Yetis, and we was wondering will he do the same thing this year. My money is on this guy to win the MVP of the league, the most valuable player. He has all the skill sets. He's a strong guy, fast guy, and he has great hands. And with this offense, he's used a lot. And they want to run the offense through Faison. Faison is an all-around back. You can see it in this game right here. He did a lot. He ran the ball pretty well. And but even though they try to force the ball to Faison, Big Cat just always shows up. He shows up, he makes the tough catches, and then he has the speed to take it to the house. What you're seeing right here. I mean, he's a powerful, strong guy. If you put him outside wide receiver, he can come back and catch the ball across the middle, and safeties and cornerbacks don't have an answer for this guy. And look at the catch right here. I mean, he shows up, he's jelly on the spot, he has big hands. And when you try to focus on him too much, that's when they start to go to the wide receiver trouble. But we call this guy trouble because he got in a lot of trouble coming out of high school, college. And he's a talent, but he just sometimes off the field he gets himself in a lot of trouble. But he's a big weapon. If you start focusing on Big Cat too much, this guy shows up. And once you start trying to take those two guys out, then they go back to Faison, the guy that they initially wanted to run the offense through anyway. So when you focus on these guys, the quarterback is the main guy I think that really makes everything run. Without him, this offense would not be as effective. You see how he throws the ball here just for his wide receiver can catch it. His wide receiver takes it to the house. I mean, and you see that wide receiver broke that tackle right there. Some guys said wide receivers can't break tackles. You see right there, wide receiver breaks the tackle. Another great play by Hollywood. He avoids the guy, throws it right here. Big Cat touchdown. I mean, without Hollywood, this offense would not be as explosive. He doesn't get the credit or whatever, the hype, but he had 350 yards this game, no interceptions. And let's look at the defense real quick. This guy English, He was known as a hitter coming out of college, but here in the pros, he's making a lot of plays with his hands. And that's a nice tackle right there. You just see how this team, they're not afraid to tackle. They'll come up and put a lick on you. There's English right there. That's what he's known for. He's a big hitter. And I think he has a hard hit or something like that, a big hit. One of his abilities are footsteps. And here again, we got Juno making a. Juno didn't do as much this game, but they didn't really throw at him, and that was a wise decision by Coach Sleepy Man Bird, because he will pick it off and take it to the house. And like they say, if you don't know, he will teach you. And this is one of the fastest linebackers in the league right here. This guy, Folston, they call him Flossing because he's always flossing his rims, his gold, his chains. And he's a speedster. He gives a lot of quarterbacks problems. And this guy right here is a gem that they picked up. Chinese linebacker, Soto. People call him soy sauce. I mean, he showed up this game, and I mean, in the stat sheet, he only had, I think, 4 or 5 tackles. But you can see he's sideline to sideline. He's everywhere. And this guy kept showing up against the run, against the pass. And this is what you want. If you can get a bronze player to play at a high ability, play like a silver or even a gold at times, and that's what strengthens your team. It makes you like you don't have as many weak zones or spots in your team. Look at Soto again, coming from the backside, applying pressure to the quarterback. And like I say, this guy's making this team better. And he's a guy that barely made the roster spot, but now he's making the team better. Okay, let's get on these generics here. Watch these. A perfectly thrown pass to this generic, and he drops it. But this same generic, he trucked a bronze or a gold or silver player earlier to go out of bounds. So when you see that kind of stuff, you're like, okay, is he Hex? But then he drops the ball. Now here you go again with another generic hitting a bronze player, and he's dropping the ball. So that's another win for a generic. Here you go again, generic against a silver. That's another win for a generic. And so if some guys say generics are not good enough, boom, here we go again. A generic hitting a bronze wide receiver, making a fumble. Again, another win for a generic. Generic against a silver, win for a generic. And these kind of plays right here helps your team win. If your generics can win the individual battles, watch the big guy. Boom, another win for a generic against a silver running back. Boom, again, third and 8. Generic gets downfield, makes a tackle, makes it be 4th down. Here again, a long situation. A generic gets upfield. They don't have anybody open. Boom, generic brings them down. Another win for a generic. So if you look at here, it's like 6, 7 different times when a generic was able to help his team win. So that's a very important key to winning the game in all-pro football. You must make your generics play on a high level. You see the score, the outcome in this game, and you see how many plays generics made. So you guys can look at these stats and have fun with them. But this is what's going on, baby. I will try to do this with everybody, your teams. Sometimes I just can't because of time, but now I have a little bit more time now in my schedule. I will start to get on track here soon. Tomorrow night, when will that be? Wednesday night. Wednesday night, I will be online. Crazy Uncle, we can try to get our game in, or I need to get my 2 games in with the guys in the Southern Heat. I got 2 games with Fat Larry, R Lions, and who else? Polo, Legacy Polo. I need to play y'all 2 guys, so I like to upload that one team and just go ahead and play both of y'all tomorrow if I could. Well, when this day is Tuesday, Wednesday night, and Friday night I'm gonna try to see if I get Crazy Uncle and play with my Dragons against. I forgot who I play with my Dragons, but y'all let me know if y'all can play those times, Friday night and Wednesday night. Let me know who can, who can't, so we can get it done.